The Pentagon has released another batch of never-before-seen files on reported UFO sightings. So these are some of the new pictures and videos on the Defense Department's website. It includes dozens of documents, videos, and several audio files of NASA pilots reporting seeing mysterious objects and flashes of light.
What Pete described is the exact phenomenon that all three of us saw. You see a light, just a flash out there, or sometimes it'd be a street.
CBS News senior national security correspondent Charlie D'Agata joins us. This isn't just, your Yahoo and Roswell. These are astronauts, NASA-trained astronauts. What more do we know about this batch of files?
Yeah, Lindsay, that's where it gets interesting. So the latest batch of files includes more than 50 previously classified and honestly pretty grainy videos, a stack of documents relating back to the 1940s and up to about 6 months ago. One video is said to show the shoot down of some kind of object by an F-16 fighter jet over Lake Huron. That happened around the same time as that Chinese spy balloon that traversed the U.S. back in 2023. Another one shows an object over the skies of Syria. It's titled Instant Acceleration, glowing object speeding along, then it flies out of sight. So the Pentagon's own investigations have found no conclusive evidence that those close encounters, if we want to call them that, are any proof of alien life, and simply that they just cannot be explained.
Was there an investigation into what these NASA pilots reported seeing?
Yeah, especially when it comes to the NASA astronauts. So these are UFO sightings reported by the astronauts back in the 1960s, and they include audio and a transcript, which you just shown some of it there, saying that they saw unidentified objects during the Gemini 7 mission. They saw hundreds of little particles floating around. Oh. They were asked, was this maybe pieces that came off the rocket booster? They said no. We could see the rocket booster, and this is in a separate area. There are also photos and transcripts from Apollo 11, Apollo 12, Apollo 17, where they all describe flashes of particles of light. But again, these were investigated because this is in the 1960s. So technically identified or not identified, but nothing to suggest alien life forms, according to NASA.
What more do we know about the timing? Why now?
You'd have to ask President Trump, who said he wanted to release these to the people to decide for themselves, in his words, what the hell's going on. But what we're pointing out here, right, this is coming on a week where the president is facing multiple challenges. We here, covering the Defense Department, we're keeping a close eye on Iran, the possibility of return to airstrikes over the weekend. Gas prices are soaring as we go into the holiday weekend. Then there's Cuba, where an aircraft carrier, the Nimitz, has just entered the region in the Caribbean Sea, along with a guided missile destroyer. And that comes on the same week as the indictment of Raul Castro, brother to Fidel Castro. So whatever the decision, this may come as a welcome distraction.
Charlie D'Agata, thanks.
Thank you.